Every night, something extraordinary happens. You close your eyes, your body relaxes, and the world around you slowly fades into darkness. But inside your mind, a strange journey is just beginning. Suddenly, you might be flying above a glowing city. You might meet someone who hasn't existed for years. You might walk through impossible places that seem real in every detail. Dreams can feel magical, sometimes confusing, and sometimes deeply terrifying. But here is the real mystery. Dreams are not just random imagination. Scientists now believe that dreaming begins when the brain enters a special stage of sleep called REM sleep. During this stage, brain activity becomes incredibly intense. Memories, emotions, and images begin mixing together in ways that do not happen while we are awake. Your brain may be solving problems, processing emotions, and reorganizing memories from the day. But long before science could explain any of this, people around the world believed dreams were something far more mysterious. In ancient Egypt, dreams were thought to be messages sent by the gods. In ancient Greece, people traveled to dream temples hoping their dreams would bring healing or guidance. Across many Asian and indigenous cultures, dreams were believed to be bridges between the human mind and the spiritual world. So the real question remains, are dreams simply the brain organizing information, or are they something deeper? Tonight, we are going inside the sleeping brain to uncover the hidden science of dreams. When you fall asleep, your body begins to shut down. Your muscles relax, your heartbeat slows, your breathing becomes calm and steady. From the outside, it looks like everything inside your body has gone quiet. But something incredible is happening. Because while your body rests, your brain is still wide awake. In fact, scientists discovered something surprising. During certain stages of sleep, especially REM sleep, some parts of the brain become even more active than when you are awake. Inside your head, billions of tiny brain cells called neurons begin sending electrical signals to each other. These signals move through the brain like flashes of lightning. Information begins traveling between different brain regions. Memories start shifting. Connections begin forming. The brain is not resting. It is working. One important structure called the hippocampus begins replaying experiences from your day. Conversations, faces, places, moments you barely noticed. Another region called the amygdala becomes extremely active. This part of the brain controls emotions. When it activates during sleep, dreams often become filled with powerful feelings: fear, excitement, joy, or sadness. At the same time, the visual cortex, the part of the brain responsible for sight, begins generating images, even though your eyes are closed. Slowly, piece by piece, your brain begins building an entire dream world, a world made from memory, emotion, imagination, and fragments of your daily life. Deep inside the sleeping brain, a hidden process begins. Scientists discovered that the most vivid dreams occur during REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement. During this stage, something unusual happens. Your body becomes almost completely still. Your muscles relax so deeply that the brain temporarily blocks movement. This prevents you from physically acting out your dreams. But beneath your eyelids, your eyes begin moving rapidly. Left, right, back and forth, almost as if they are watching something. And in a way, they are. Inside the brain, activity suddenly increases. The visual cortex begins creating vivid dream imagery. The hippocampus replays fragments of memory. The amygdala fills those images with emotional intensity. Across the brain, massive networks of neurons begin firing rapidly. Signals move in complex patterns, and the brain begins mixing information together. Memories from yesterday, emotions you experienced, random images stored in your mind, fragments of imagination. These elements combine like ingredients inside a mysterious laboratory. From this strange mixture, the brain creates something entirely new: a dream. Imagine your brain as a movie director. Every night, this director opens a massive library of memories stored inside your mind. Shelves filled with moments from your life. Faces you saw today. Places you visited years ago. Thoughts and worries you barely noticed. The hippocampus opens memory files. The visual cortex generates images. The amygdala adds emotion. These pieces begin connecting in unusual ways. A classroom from childhood may appear inside your house. A friend may suddenly transform into someone else. A city might appear made from fragments of many places you've visited. This happens because during dreaming, the brain forms new connections between ideas. Logic becomes weaker, while imagination becomes stronger. That is why dreams often feel strange, unpredictable, and sometimes impossible. Every day, your brain absorbs enormous amounts of information, but the brain cannot store everything. So during sleep, it begins sorting memories. The hippocampus replays experiences from the day and sends them to long-term storage areas of the brain. Scientists call this process memory consolidation. The brain decides, what should I keep? What should I forget? What might matter in the future? Some memories become stronger, others slowly fade away. This is why people who sleep well after learning something new often remember it better the next day. Sleep helps the brain learn. Not all dreams are pleasant. Sometimes dreams become dark, nightmares. You might be chased, you might fall, you might face something terrifying. Your heart begins to race, your breathing becomes fast. This happens because the amygdala, the brain's fear center, becomes extremely active during dreaming. At the same time, the brain's logical systems become quieter. Your emotions are awake, but your logic is asleep. Some scientists believe nightmares help the brain rehearse dangerous situations in a safe environment, preparing us for real-life challenges. Dreams may also help the brain process emotions. During REM sleep, emotional brain regions become very active while stress chemicals decrease. This allows the brain to revisit emotional experiences in a safer mental environment. Some scientists call this overnight therapy. Your brain replays emotional experiences and slowly reduces their emotional intensity. This may explain why problems often feel smaller after a good night of sleep. Dreams break the rules of reality. You may fly, walk through walls, or appear in impossible places. This happens because the brain's logical filter, the prefrontal cortex, becomes less active during REM sleep. Meanwhile, imagination becomes stronger. Memory fragments blend together. Locations change instantly. Stories shift. Your brain becomes a creative storyteller. Every night, your brain enters a hidden universe, a place where memories blend together, where emotions find their voice, where imagination runs free. Even while your body sleeps, your brain continues learning, exploring, and creating. And the most amazing part? Tonight, when you close your eyes again, your brain will begin that journey all over again.